Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Cicada here. I don't usually make YouTube videos, but with all the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks and rumors flying around, I had to jump in and talk about it. At least I feel like I do. Because there's just so much going on. So I just want to kind of get into what we know so far. And the biggest news here is apparently, we got a big date to mark on our calendars. Because according to NateTheHate, who's a well-known Nintendo insider from the Famiboards community, we're finally getting a Switch 2 reveal this Thursday, January 16th, 2025. So what does that mean? We've been waiting for information like this for quite some time. As everyone knows, over the last 4 to 5 months, there's been a barrage of Nintendo Switch 2 leaks. They started coming in the forms of like shipping information and stuff like that. So we kind of understood primarily what the system was going to end up looking like. We started getting the rumblings of the magnetic JoyCons and the possible USB port on the top. Then we started getting photographic evidence, right? And that photographic evidence showed up, and it was pretty compelling. We started seeing real hardware leaks. We started seeing the motherboard without specific chips soldered on, and then the following follow-up leaks that kept coming out over time in succession all corroborated one another to the point where we are now, right? Where we basically had lots of drama with various leakers out there, but at the end of the day, it looks like everything's kind of coalescing into one solid fact, and that is we kind of know what the Switch 2 looks like. We know it has magnetic Joy-Cons, we know it has a USB-C port on the top of the console, and we know that it has this mysterious C button. Now, those are the mysteries that we have left. What the console looks like is not really not going to surprise anybody at this point. Anyone who's been paying attention, anyone who has their ear even close to the ground on this topic, you're going to know that the console is, for all intents and purposes, out there. It's revealed. It's fully... Everything about its exterior has been pretty much leaked. What hasn't been leaked, obviously, is whatever gimmick this console is going to have, if it's going to have one. And, what is this new C button? Why did Nintendo feel that this C button has to go on the right Joy-Con? It's symmetrical to the capture button, so based off of that alone, I think it would be safe to assume that it's going to be some type of function of the operating system or user interface. So that makes a lot of sense. But we still don't know what does C mean. Nintendo obviously has used the letter C in the past. It did used to stand for camera, but does it stand for camera now? There is no camera in the system in of itself. Oh, that's another thing that was causing crazy speculation the other week was the reveal that it has some type of optical sensor in the new Joy-Cons too. Is it a mouse? Is it not a mouse? Is it some kind of heartbeat sensor? Is it some kind of health sensor for like a Wii Fit type situation? We don't know. These are the things that Nintendo still needs to reveal to us. These are the things that have not entered into the vernacular of the Nintendo Switch conversations that are happening out there, as far as I know. So yeah, that's interesting, right? So we have a lot of stuff going on here. There was CES happened last week, and this is the first time that these accessory manufacturers, who we knew, like D-Brand had did it a couple of weeks prior, we knew that these accessory manufacturers were leakier than a bad faucet in the bathroom. Like, it was just a constant drip, drip, drip. And then finally CES rolls around, right? And here we go. Genki has like full-on renders of how the Joy-Cons work with their accessories. They also had a full-on picture of like the entire system, including the dock. So that was interesting, because Nintendo wasn't there, and Nintendo definitely did not tell them that they were allowed to do that. Something must have happened where NDAs expired or whatever, where they didn't have to wait for any kind of official reveal from Nintendo to be able to create these products. I'm not even sure if these products are licensed, but somehow these Chinese accessory manufacturers get access to these things. But yeah, it was very interesting. And then the things that were revealed in that in the booth when there was a French journalist in particular, they had said they had access to a black market console. So this thing's out there in the wild, evidently, either for temporary access, or I would imagine it would have to be some kind of monitored access because Nintendo's going to lock these things down, right? So yeah, that's a very interesting aspect to it too. But a few days later, Nintendo comes out and says what they showed at CES was not official. Then you have Genki go ahead and backtrack on what they said. So a lot of probably legal maneuvering there. Maybe a cease and desist was involved. Who knows? But I think clearly Nintendo wants to just take back the narrative from what's been going on with these leaks. These leaks have been pretty massive. I don't think we've seen anything like these leaks before in any other sector. I don't think we've seen it for PlayStation. Maybe Apple would be the only other place I've seen leaks like this. But at the end of the day, even if Nintendo does reveal this thing on the 16th, what can we really expect? If it's like what NateTheHate says and it's going to be just hardware focused, I don't really know what more we can learn other than perhaps the USB-C port in the top, the optical sensor on the Joy-Con, and also the C button. I'm hoping one of those three kind of gets showcased on the hardware side. It's a little disappointing that we're not going to see anything on the software side. But, if it's also looking like the timeline of the release of the console shifting a bit. It was originally, from what I had heard, and I'm not saying this is official, but originally it sounded like it was going to be reveal in January, release in March or April. Now it's looking like teaser in January, full reveal in March, console release May, June, which is fine either way. We know what's happening. Whether it's 3 months from now, 6 months from now, I don't think that really even matters. But it is a little unfortunate that we may not see any upscaled games, but I think part of Nintendo's strategy clearly is that the original Switch is not going to just be phased out when the Nintendo Switch 2 launches. There's going to be some kind of phase in, phase out period. A lot of these Switch games are going to be cross-gen. They're probably going to use DLSS upscaling for resolution to improve them on the Switch 2. So you're going to see a lot of games that are going to be released on the Switch 1. They're going to run, but they're going to run much better on the Switch 2. And yeah, so we're in the end game, folks. This is very exciting. I do appreciate everyone coming to this video. If you did somehow end up here, I'm not a typical YouTube content creator, but that is the gist of it, of what's going on with the Switch 2 stuff. And we'll see if Thursday brings any surprises. But for now, I think that's all I have. What do you think about the Switch 2 so far? It'd be really cool if you leave a comment in the comment section below. Are you excited about the Joy-Cons, the USB-C, the optical sensor? Who knows? Is the black market rumors true? Is there a wild Switch out there that we may see soon? Let me know. But thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this very low effort commentary, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll try to keep these updates coming if you guys like it. But until next time, just stay gaming, and I'll see you soon. Peace out. Later.